How to change your lifestyle habits in 14 days without feeling unhappy. The myth of discipline is all about thinking that when you want to create a new habit, you have to do it again and again and force yourself to do it and feel really unhappy. Actually, that is not true at all. When you want to create a new habit, a new lifestyle habit, doing something that involves change in your life, especially if right now you are consciously going through a bundle of habits which pretty much forms your life, that is not giving you the results you want. You can clearly see that the results that are coming your way right now is not ideal for you, because you can consciously see the habits are not delivering what you need to have. So when you want to change it, it doesn't require force. It doesn't require effort. That's right. Changing a new habit doesn't require effort. It only requires 14 days of consistent action. If you can survive doing a new habit for 14 days, then your old habit will gradually be replaced. You have to consciously want to replace your old habit by starting a new thing, starting a new action, starting a new habit and holding it in place for 14 days. And what you'll see is your old habit, the one that has been not ideal for you, the one that has not been giving the result that you want, it starts to fade, it starts to die. And then the new habit that you are giving your attention to, it starts to grow, it starts to solidify, and you start to internalize it. It becomes a part of you, and then you have a new habit. If you can do this every single time you want to replace your old habit, what's going to happen is you are going to become an expert at building new habits. You are going to become an expert at replacing old habits. So when you combine this together, what's going to happen is you're going to become the architect of your own life. And this is something that very few people are able to do. So as long as you are able to repeat a certain action in 14 days, for 14 days, the old habit will die. You're going to replace it and you're going to create a new habit. And you can easily do all of this without feeling unhappy if you recognize the withdrawal stage as you try to detach yourself from an old habit. The first thing you're going to notice is your old mindset, your old belief system is going to go on an emergency mode, because it recognizes that, hey, me as a belief system is under attack. Me as a belief system, I'm starting to change. So what's happening to me? So your old belief system will do whatever it takes to put up a resistance initially. So there's going to be momentum from the old way of thinking, and the momentum of this resistance is going to be pretty strong, and you will feel very uncomfortable. For example, I used to love gaming so much. I love gaming so much, and every day I will need to play. And over time, as I grew up, I started to see that, hey, all these hours that I'm investing into playing my games, what is it really doing for me? Am I growing as a person? Am I designing my life? Am I feeling more and more fulfilled? Is my income increasing? Is my quality of life increasing? Is my standard quality and caliber of thinking and executing and living, are they increasing? And then I look at all those hours I'm putting into my games and I realize no, because all those hundreds and thousands of hours could be easily used to build a new skill. It could be used to build a side business. It could be used to start a whole new business. But was I doing it? No. Why? Because the habits were controlling me. It's comfortable, it's easy. And the moment I decided to break away from those habits, guess what my old belief system did? That's right, it started to put up the ultimate resistance. And this belief system, it doesn't just include my own way of thinking, it included the environment, right? Because the games were all over my table, the games were installed all over my computer, my friends were all gamers, very active gamers. So under such an environment, under such a belief system, it's not easy to break away from it. But I recognize let's not talk about 1 week at a time, not even 14 days at a time, not even 1 day at a time, but just one action at a time. I made that commitment to say every single time I feel like switching on the computer and playing a game, I would physically force myself to pick up a book like this one. And the first time, I remember it felt so uncomfortable. I was like, I am just a few buttons and a few clicks away from enjoying my next game. Why am I holding a book? Why was I holding a book? But I was like, you know what, Sean? If you truly want a new way of living, then perhaps action by action, you really have to change. So one action, the moment you complete your first action, you start to have that little bit of confidence. You start to have that little bit of knowing. And then you're like, wow. Because you will watch the momentum of the old belief system. At first, it's very strong. It's like, go and play that one more game. Like gaming addiction, right? Go and play that one more game. Go and play that one more game. And when you start to observe those thoughts, you realize that, hey, that is the programming speaking, and I can override it because I am in control. So I'm going to read 1 page of this new book. So the moment you realize the old programming, it's just what it is. It's just thoughts. It's just this thing trying to have this vice grip over you. And through observing your thoughts, being in that meditative state, you realize that, you know what, I can just read a few words on this book. And a few words leads to 1 page. So you just completed your first reading session. You have effectively replaced an old impulse with a new one. Now, the first time you do this, it's not going to seem like anything, but you know what? You just conquered a huge milestone that probably 90% of people in the world, whenever they try to overcome an old habit, they fail because they can't survive what I call the first step. The moment you conquer your first step, you know what is going to happen? You're going to start feeling that confidence. It's a bit, but it's still a newfound sense of confidence. That new bit of distance in mileage that you know, hey, I just won this small little skirmish against the old thought, the old impulse, the old addiction, the old habit. So once you do it once, you realize that if I can do it once, I can do it again. So the second time I felt the impulse, I picked up the book again. And I know, okay, I've done it twice now. So the third time is going to be a no-brainer. So then I started looking forward to reading the book. And it's very tough because every few sentences I would start to doze off. And I was like, it's okay. 3 sentences, it's going to become 4 sentences. 4 sentences, it's going to become 5 sentences. So I kept going at it. And I would say, I can't really remember what it was, but I am definitely sure that in less than 14 days, I was reading like it was a natural activity. And I was like, where is my gaming addiction? Where is the desire to play the game? It's not there anymore. And I had a new addiction. I had a new habit, which is reading. And reading is in line with my goals, with my dreams, wanting to increase my quality of life, my caliber of thinking, the quality of my action, and everything as a whole, to advance in life as a whole. Reading was in line with it. So that is the habit that I want to build, and that is the habit that I want to keep. So this is an example for one habit. If you can do this for multiple habits, for multiple old habits that you want to kill, and for multiple new habits that you want to build, guess what's going to happen? Every single time you want to replace an old habit, you know that in 14 days, you are not only going to replace that old habit, you're going to love building the new habit, and therefore you wouldn't be unhappy. You would be so looking forward. And what I've discovered over the years is I've become a habit killer. A habit killer in my life, where the moment I detect that, hey, this old habit needs to go, I start getting excited and I'm going to build this new habit right now. So when you become an expert at doing it, a bundle of habits form your paradigm. So when you can just design and shift your own paradigm as and when you can, may I ask, how many times would you do it? That's it. You will do it as often as you like. So this is the key to changing your lifestyle habits in less than 14 days without feeling unhappy about it. If this video brought you the clarity and inspiration, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so every time I release a video on lifestyle design, you get notified. And if you know of a friend that consciously wants to change his or her habits, but you see them just getting stuck, do them a favor, tag them in the comments below, send them the URL, the link to this video. You never know whose life you could change when you take an action as small as this. Last but not least, if you need personalized help, you know that I can give you the solution to something you're going through. Write to me at Telegram at Sean Sena, that's SEANSENA. Tell me who you are, where you're from, what your question is, and I'll be glad to be of service. Until next time, it's Sean Sena. Have a great day and drive safely.